أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. As we begin today. Greetings, traders. It is I, Abdul Shabazz, and this is yet again another real some real change stock options trading journey episode. Thank you for joining us. Grateful for all of those who are watching the replay. We invite you to join us live and see what you have learned, how it works and plays out in action. Definitely encourage you to reach out to me if you have any questions or need any help, as I am available. All you have to do is ask. If you're interested and want to learn this, you're at the right place with the right crew. Thank you for being here and being a part of this journey with us. Looking at that trade that I wanted to take yesterday. Dr. J, how's the volume, the music, and the sound? If you don't mind giving me a little bit of feedback, let me know what we sounding like. I appreciate it. Looking to potentially take the same call I wanted to take yesterday. Good morning, Dan the man. The way the market is gapping up right now, pre-market, let me show that. It's almost looking as though that same call might be available again today. I just have to see how it plays out, but we are in that same area. You can see from yesterday's close, the market did go up to a high of 562. Came down to a low of 560.6 and has then bounced $2 since then. Approaching that area that I liked yesterday, targeting the 564 and above. Especially on a day like today. I already see a controlled buying algo that I was able to identify here in pre-market. And with us breaking pre-market highs, the day will come. But right now, I just want to stick to my rules, but I feel very strongly about a call right out the gate. Right out the gate. So many people are hyped up right now. So many people on the bandwagon right now. Good afternoon, team. Interesting afternoon yesterday. I got another afternoon call and end of day put. Not as big as the morning trade, but confident and end of money trades anyway. I'm with you on a call out of the gate. I'll be watching for the first few 5-minute camps for sure. Definitely. But one thing for certain about the market is that the market will always present profits. So even though I do feel that way, I'm not gonna exercise on it, Matthew. It's more important to hold on to the discipline. The discipline. And my discipline tells me that the first 5 minutes is very volatile. It then tells me that the first 15 minutes can trick you. My discipline tells me to wait and give the market time to settle, time to see what big money is going to do, and then identify where they're going to take profits or where they're going to stop out at and join them. But other than that, as Warren Buffett says it best, the market is nothing but the transference of money from the impatient to the very patient. So, I choose to be patient. Does that mean sometimes that I'm going to have feelings that I'm going to have to ignore? Yes, absolutely. But the discipline is worth more than that. Does that mean that at times there are going to be trades that I'm just not going to be able to take? Yes. But to me, the discipline means more than that. So as I watch this beautiful call right out of the gate that I saw here by me identifying this buying algo, and then with us, and you don't even need a lot. All you need is just this first possible green candle. The way that, stock option is jumping, that price is jumping, But it's all about the discipline. And my discipline has told me that first 5 minutes is volatile. So a lot of things that look good to you are just not good for you. And the worst thing that can happen is you make money on it. Because then if you make money on it, you repeat that again and then really mess around one time and get your head cut off. So I'd rather be patient, and as I look at my stats, the longer I wait, the easier it is for me to pick the market apart. And I say that very humbly. But you give me more chart to look at, it's a lot easier for me to see the algos and the areas of interest. I mean, that just is what it is. Matthew said, I need to see a second candle break the high of the first candle and then test that high before I'm in a call. I couldn't buy calls off a single candle. Can definitely understand and appreciate Matthew's approach, as all of us are going to be slightly different in our approach. Myself, I saw opportunity to make money within that 5-minute candle itself. I definitely agree with Matthew. We don't know what it's going to do from there. And before you really go on for a ride, you want some continuation, not just confirmation. But again, that's also why I don't take the trades. I'll fight the feeling. It's gonna be good now, it's definitely gonna be good later. Just give us a little bit more to look at. And I do know one thing that I do want to add to this screen. And forgive me for not having it up before. I think I can, well, not yet, but close to being able to take pre-market off of the screen. See what our other candles are looking like here. And that right there may potentially be what Matthew was looking for. Matthew said, indeed, indeed. And it's also I say now I can go ahead and eliminate pre-market. Let's get that on out of here. That because we have broken out of that. Let's allow a new algo to form for today. Matthew said, here's the test. I think that's a pretty good look right here, guys. We'll come with Friday afternoon, all of yesterday, and then today to really get a better overall view. Somebody type in the chat, what are some of your plans? What do you see? Me? Well, I'll give somebody else a chance first. What do you see, guys? What potential trading plans might you have? What potential trading plans might you have? What do you see? And I'll be patient, and while you're typing that, sometimes it's best to get a much larger view of the chart. I'll show you my algos already. These were from yesterday as we bounced in that orange algo, then went into a very, very nice, and I think one of our teammates even caught some of this afternoon put money. Very nice hammer put in at the end of the day, and then trading above it, trying to get back into this orange controlled buying algo. And also at the top, okay, also at the top of this yellow algo, where we are tapering. Very interesting to see what is going to happen. Will we break back into this buying algo, or could we fail and break back into this selling algo? Very interesting. Very interesting. Let me show you what I see, guys. Didn't mean to do that. Okay. All right. That was Friday afternoon to yesterday. Hold on. It's Friday afternoon to today. All righty. This is what your teammate Abdul see. I see some bearish strength here, 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 and here. Yep. Matthew said, my strategy proved out. Absolutely not going in on calls after waiting to see how this candle was going to test. Very, very good move. And I want to repeat what that strategy was, guys. Matthew said he wanted to see a second green candle break the high of this first green candle, and then see a retest, okay, and break of that before he got into a call. I just wanted to identify, there's a lot of bear strength, guys. There's a lot of bear strength. There's a lot of bear strength. A lot of bear strength. As the first 15 minutes have gone by, still grateful and thankful I'm on the sidelines, but I am, and man, in light of recent events, I will alter our terminology here a little bit. So I'll leave out the the terms that we normally used to use and stuff like that because of recent events. So we won't be using those words for a while here, guys. I just think it's a little too early. So, but anyway, these options that I will be looking to select, possibly looking at a 563 put, and on the calls, possibly looking at a 563 call. And this is what Matthew was talking about with that break and retest. But I am going to be patient. This is me. I'm standing down. There is a larger structure at play here. Let's see if I can identify that. There's a larger structure at play here. Let me show it to you. And there it is, right here. Controlled buying algo. Higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. So we can't be too tricked just yet. Definitely a time to be sitting on the sideline. I'm so glad I was able to spot this real quick. Like the stream early, like the stream often. So yes, really time for an evaluation. Yeah, sidelines for sure. Sidelines for sure, Dan. I have absolutely no problem admitting an unfamiliar defense. And what do the professionals do when they see an unfamiliar defense? They call it timeout, baby. Timeout. Time out. So we have, going back to pre-market, I had pre-market left up on one of my charts, and I'm glad I did, because we have to look. Yeah, it's definitely time to go get a cut. And that's why I don't trade before 10 o'clock. It's a lot going on. But now looking at this structure, where can I identify weakness at? Very interesting. Very interesting. 562.7. Let's see, break out of here. 562. A lot of liquidity here. A lot of buying power here. Glad I went back to pre-market, guys. I'm uncovering that we are in a controlled buying algo. Very, very much so. In a controlled buying algo. Coming off of this controlled selling algo. A lot took place this morning. A lot took place this morning. We still do have those heavy bears that I showed you. And that's possibly why the market, well, she's attempting to go higher now. Attempting to go higher now. Next candle would be an interesting one. I think the bulls got their cuppa and may have some life. Okay. Let's see. But this right here is interesting. Interesting. It's above my pay grade. I have absolutely no problem saying that. I'm just gonna look for an A+ setup. Tight range right now. We also got 10 o'clock reports, guys. So the bottom line is, let's just look at it for what it is right here. And let's pull this up and talk about this. Just this right here by itself. Nothing else. But today's activity. These are the charts that we have. These are the candles that we have for today. As of right now, after approaching the first 30 minutes of the market. This is what we have, ladies and gentlemen, teammates of some real change. These are the candles that we have. Stand down, stand down. Stand down, stand down. Allow the move to happen, and then let's see if there is a continuation on that move, on that said move, or a rejection of that said move, which could equal a retracement. Matthew said it's such a small range. We need a breakout. Dan said definitely time for a couple 3 minutes. Getting interesting. It's getting interesting. Now looking at it, along with everything else, we see chop here before. Need to mute at 10 o'clock for meeting. We'll have the stream up and watching for entry points. Rest of the market tanking too. The rest of the market is tanking too. That's good news. That's some good news. Thank you for that information, Dan. He said the rest of the market is tanking too. Let's wait and see what happens at 10 o'clock, the 10 o'clock candle, if we will have some continuation and possibly break out of the buying algo. Very interesting. Very interesting. Alrighty. Waiting for the next candle. Has my attention. That sound means that we will be going red on the day. So if that does happen. Just wait. A lot of trickery. I do have a 563 put pulled up. Got in too early. Cocksucker me. Cocksucker. I mean, bad guy. Hold on, fella. I got in too early. Got in too early. As I always do. Be patient, buddy. Massive. That pullback was massive. Okay. Okay, be patient. Be patient. You got your alarm set, buddy. There you go. Didn't use a bracket order this time because I wanted to give it some room because I see it still jumping and I am committed to this trade. Yes, I can, Dr. J. Turn up my voice just a little bit louder. All right, let me show you what that's looking like on another chart. We have gone red today. So I have all the charts up right now. We have gone red for today. I repeat, we have gone red for today. Potentially breaking out of this controlled buying algo. It was definitely worth me getting involved. Going to be patient. I want to identify a juicy area. Replace that. Is anybody else in this car with me to the bank? We just hit an area of support, previous support. I know it was definitely going to be a little bit of resistance there, as I have a line there. Is anyone else in this car with me to the bank? Dan the man is. There was definitely profits to be made in that first 5-minute candle. And we were grateful for those profits. But I believe we can hold on for some more. Alrighty. This is an area of interest right here. We'll love to see us continue to break down and through this area. A lot of time left on this 5-minute candle, but more importantly, there's a lot of time left on the 30-minute candle. You can't hear me. Okay. Let's see what I could do about that. Microphone. Check. How about now? Microphone check. 1, 2. Am I coming through? Am I coming through like this put? Joe Gold, can you hear me now? Dr. J, can you hear me now? Like to see a break of this area. Dan said, Agrigya. Dan, I only got one question for you, buddy. How are you enjoying these profits? How are you enjoying these profits, Dan, my man? As we are up nicely on this trade. Coming up to another area of interest, I have an alarm already set here if we can get to that area. NVIDIA is down $5. I wonder why. Does anyone know why? This might give us another opportunity to add to the trade. And thank you, teammates, for that information. That means a lot. Knowing what else is going on outside and around us. Knowing that a lot of those top tier individual stocks are compiled in the S&P 500. We know the Magnificent Seven are in the S&P 500. It's definitely beneficial news to hear that something like Nvidia is down. Let me see if I can dig and see why. Okay. Who cares why? It's not about that. It's about how the market responds. And that's what I'm more concerned with. It's not the news, it's how the market responds to the news. Meta down $50 in the last 2 days. That's great. I mean, that's good news for us that's in this put. Especially if we look at it in all different areas. On the 30-minute chart, you're looking at a hammer to a shooting star. Gap up shooting star with price trading underneath the shooting star, and that's exactly where I got in. Now, of course, we're going to have a little bit of resistance right here in this area where we are having it right now. The reason being is because if we break below the 562 area, we are now red for the week. Looking at the weekly candle now, the weekly chart. The weekly chart, I have an alarm right there at the 562.03, showing that we will go from green to red on the weekly chart. That could be a very strong, powerful indicator, especially after weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks of profit taking, money making, bull squeezing activity. Will it happen? Don't know. Where will it happen? At the 562. So we have put an alarm there because that's also a very important area for us to be watching. And a possible area for those of you who are not in to join us. There's plenty of room as we ride to the bank. Potentially. Now, of course, this could always turn out to be a nice bear squeeze by the bulls, of course. As we know that they love to do, but however, we're getting notification that seems that a lot of other things aren't doing too well today. A lot of the companies that are in the SPY aren't doing too well today. Some of them don't feel too good. Oh no, you don't feel good? Well, luckily I'm in a put, since you don't feel good. Yeah. That 562. It's getting lovely. It's getting lovely. Let's see what happens. Definitely want to possibly look at level 2 on this. It's a critical spot. It's critical. Critical. Let's go to level 2. These are the bulls on the right. And they do not want this price to get below 562. Right now we're at 32. They do not want to see this as 0-0. That could be a situation. Now we do see that the bulls are trying to make a move here, as this is a bullish sign right here. Under normal circumstances, still have to acknowledge what it is, and that's why we see bullish activity after this inverted hangman. It is what it is. So the bulls understand the assignment. They know they have to guard that 562 area. They understand the assignment. That's a strong area at the 21 EMA, Dan said. Dan said that is a strong area. Again, I identified that bullish signal. I didn't want to see it work. I just didn't want to see it work. But we do need liquidity to take the market down lower, as this area is filled with bulls from pre-market. Let me show you. As this area is full of bulls. Right now they're battling the 830 Bulls. This could possibly be a good place to add. I'm identifying another algo, guys, and that is potentially this controlled selling algo that I would love to stay in. Gosh almighty, look at this thing here. I ain't scared. What you gonna do? I'm gonna let the market close. I'm gonna let the candle close, as Dan would say, but I can clearly see she is attempting to break out of my acknowledge controlled selling algo as for now. But I am not faint of heart. The main thing for me, and I accomplished that, and that was holding my winners longer, you know, so I just want to give it up for that. We've been so accustomed to, you know, making our money in 5 minutes, and that 5-minute candle, and getting up out of here. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. There is a time and a place for that, to take that money and get up out of here. But then there are times when there is an opportunity to make even more money. And guys, when those times do present themselves, we have to show up. New 30-minute candle is upon us. New 30-minute candle is upon us. But as our teammate Dan pointed out, we are still under VWAP. It does appear, though, however, we are attempting to get back into that controlled buying algo, which is the orange. We have two competing algos here. A controlled buying algo, which is supported by being up for the week, and a controlled selling algo. Now, the only reason I haven't cut off this is because I would love to extend it to the right. I just make this a little wider, but we will see. It's also going along with my algos on TradingView. Here we are. Okay, not quite in the ultimate selling algo, yet still not quite in the buying algo. However, we are still up for the week. And we have now gone back green for today. So with that being the case, it is absolutely time to get out of the trade. You can always get back in if need be. So I just got out of the trade here. Pretty much where I got in. Will give myself another opportunity if it presents itself. But right now, it's just a fierce battle between two algos. So it's just best to stand aside. And of course, after the trade, everything plays in your mind. Well, you could have took some money down here. But instead, I was committed to the possibility of the market trending lower, especially being red for today. And I stand on those principles, come what may. The same principles will definitely pay off heavily very, very soon. Look at this. An opportunity to make the controlled selling algo wider. That's what I was looking for. Now I will be patient until we get a break of 562. If we get a break of 562, this is where you will find me, and only there, because then we'll be of a surety back in that controlled selling algo. But right now, we're at a state of indecision. So it's simply best teammates to stand aside. Nice trip to the bank. We definitely were in the monies immediately upon this entrance. Where you chose to get off at the ride is your individual choice. Me, I stayed on, looking for more, and wound up giving it all back. But I exercised the discipline of holding my winners longer. So if that means I'm either gonna scratch or I'm gonna start having a much bigger winner, and I'm okay with that. And of course, I can always get back in if the opportunity presents itself. But as we see these bullies are going back and forth, it is best for us to stand aside. If anybody have any questions, go ahead, put it in the chat. But I have put my action computer down. Back to this 564. Reminds me of yesterday, huh? reminds me of yesterday. And the plans that I had for yesterday that were still kind of valid. Possibly. A little bit of adjustment. Well, we got a chance to see the 10 o'clock report, and then we got a chance to see a response to that report. We're breaking out of that purple selling algo, fighting to come back into this orange buying algo. Nice move, bulls. Nice move. Using bears that held on a little too long as potential liquidity. Touché, my friend. Touché. And here we are closing the cup. Always a cup close when you have the break of microstructure. And that's what you had there. So we can definitely go ahead and take out this controlled selling as it has been eliminated. What a move. Alrighty, looking back at this trade now, what could we have done better? That's where we want to go. We were in the money. How could we have secured our profits better? Well, to me, I have to say, That was it right there. You heard me call it out. So we got an inverted hangman. This is a bullish signal. Go back and look on the tape. I said this around 10:15. I said something like, I was just hoping that it didn't work. Ow! And that's where I went wrong with that phrase. Because in the market, there is no hoping. There's only planning. The market showed us a call. The market showed us a put. We took the put. We entered the trade. Very good monies were being made. I just wanted more. I just wanted more. Opportunity to get out at the end of the 5-minute candle, as we preach here all of the time. Another opportunity to get out here at the 562.4, where I have a line at. And even if I still didn't get out there, another opportunity to get out here at positive 2 deviation. And even if I don't exit all of my position, take out some, take some profits, put some money in your pockets, but I wanted more. And even after I clearly saw this bullish reversal signal, I didn't get out when I should have exited. If not here, absolutely here. Absolutely there. But if you know, you know. Because I called it out and made the comment. I just hope it doesn't work. And that word hope is what allowed me to take a very good trade. Very nice profits. And watch them go right back where they came from. I wanted to exercise the discipline of holding my winners longer, and I did that. But I think I bit off more than I could chew, because it was also, I believe, if I look at this 10-12 candle, just going to Heikin-Ashi. Bam, she went green. Right there, buddy. She really did it right here with this doji. That was that 10-12 candle right there. That was the indicator right there. That was it. That was it. So I was shown where to get out of that trade at, but I didn't get out because I was greedy. And Joe said, pigs get slaughtered. And he's absolutely right. There are 4 animals that we deal with here in the market. Go ahead and name them off for us, Joe. Bulls, bears, hogs, and what is the last one? What is the last one? Bulls buy when the market is rising, as a bull has horns and strikes up at his prey when he attacks. A bear strikes down when he attacks with his paws and makes money as the market is falling. The other two animals are hogs. Hogs is the same thing as pigs. And hogs can either be a bull or a bear that gets too greedy and gets slaughtered. The other animal, ladies and gentlemen, is a sheep. Bulls, bears, hogs, and sheep. Bulls make money. Bears make money. Hogs get slaughtered. And sheep stand aside and watch. Now, every once in a while, you may catch a sheep. They might put on a bear skin or put on a hog skin. But as soon as one adverse moves happen, you hear them bleeding and crying. Bulls, bears, hogs, and sheep. Sheep can also be those blind followers, those blind traders who just go off whims, who just go off Kramer. You know what I mean? I remember they say whenever the guy at 7-Eleven is talking about a stock, it's time to get out. Those are the examples of sheep. So yes, I wouldn't say slaughtered, but because I got out where I got in, I just gave back my profits because I wanted more. So I did accomplish one thing, and that was holding on longer to the trade. However, once I clearly saw a reversal signal, it was time for me to get out and go long. So I owe myself a slap. Ow! You have no problem sharing my wins and the things that I do right. I equally have no problem humbly coming before you guys and saying I could have traded that better. I made a mistake. I got in early. I got greedy. And I got spanked. Ow! Not a problem. No problemo. I'll just wait and re-attack. Sorry guys, I have the wrong color up there. Let's get that corrected. Area of resistance. I also think I come to being transparent. I try to come to the plate like, yeah, this about to be the one. This about to be the one. And I'm still gonna hold on to that because every day I want to come to the market with today is gonna be my best day ever. This trade is going to be my best trade ever. So I'm never going to change that mind frame. I will adjust my characteristics in the trade, but never the mind frame. Dan the man. Said, yes, indeed. Thank you so much, Dan. And thank you guys so much for hitting the like button. And thank you, T-Shirts for Traders, for sponsoring our show today. Can't thank you enough. Can't thank you enough. Guys, if you hadn't a chance to get over there and check them out, that's t-shirtsfortraders.co. Again, t-shirtsfortraders.co. Another shirt that they have that I like is called Professional Risk Taker. That is exactly what a trader is. We are professional risk takers. Six minutes to the 11 o'clock hour. We now have that completed cup with a little bit of handle. See if I can show you here. Definitely gonna take a break at 11, guys. After this frustration, I'm gonna need to go lift some weights. I gotta let this testosterone off on something. So I'm gonna go try to lift some heavy weights and channel all this energy and punish those weights. So there is the cup. Seems like we are trying to form a little bit of handle. Break of market structure will be down here. Let's look at market structure. We are continuing. If we look at it coming out of pre-market, look how slick that was. Should have known the 562.3 area. Because, wow, look at that. Right there this morning at 9 o'clock, you saw the bulls activate right here at this area. So there was a very good chance of having history repeat itself. So at the very least, this should have been a great area to take partial profits. And then once you start seeing the market structure break, then you could have gotten completely out of the trade. Yep, this was a good time to actually have pre-market up. And I do on this chart. But that explains that bounce at the 562.3. It explains it. Why? Because it already happened pre-market. Clearly at 9 o'clock it happened. Clearly at 8:30 it happened. Same area. Happened at 8:30. Happened at 9 o'clock. Okay? Exact same thing. So, we ran to the bank. We stayed in the getaway car too long. Not a problem. Green on the weekly. Green on the daily. Green on the 30-minute chart as well. And here we are potentially breaking out again, trying to on this controlled buying algo. But we absolutely know that it could be a trick. But the bulls need a little bit more liquidity to break above the 563.8 because there is clear resistance at the 563.8. New candle. The 11 o'clock candle is upon us. And I will see how the first 5 minutes play out before I get off the air. I want to thank everyone for joining us as we do this every morning from 9:25 to 11. Please hit the like button on your way out, and if need be, look at the replay that will be made available in about 30 minutes. You can always go back and see how we could have traded better. Always analyze, always watch tape. Always look for room for improvement. Be grateful that we have the ability to see what we do. Be grateful for the days that we take to the bank, which are many around here. So anytime we get an opportunity to have a lesson, let us learn from that. This is Abdul Shabazz, and this is some real change stock options trading journey. Now I will possibly revisit around 1 o'clock, take a peekaboo and see if I see anything that is worth pointing out to the team. If that does happen, rest assured I will come back on the mic and not just express what I see, but potentially get involved. I want to thank you guys so much. It means so much, and I don't take your attendance for granted. May God bless each and every one of you. Look forward to seeing you maybe this afternoon, if not tomorrow. But until then, be well and bye for now.